showed up nicely. Which is attached to baby stays or the baby shrouds. Can release the halyard shackle, reconnect that to the spinnaker ring. Again, it clicks. Then I'm not going to get a lot of tension on this, but I don't want it to blow away in the wind, so I'm going to wrap the halyard line around the bull cleat a few times. And now I'm going to stow the baby shrouds again. Bingo. Now, right now, the winch strap and the head stay are holding the mast upright. If I was to unhook the winch, the mast would fall. We don't want that to happen, so we have to do an intermediate step here using the jib halyard. So I'm going to pull the jib halyard loose, take the shackle off the ring ding. Okay, so I'm looking up, making sure that my lines are not fouled. So I'm going to pull this down now, and I have tied already the line to the bow handle at the front of the boat. I've got a bowline tied here, and I've got a second bowline tied here to the other end about 3 or 4 feet up. Now I can open my shackle, put it around that loop that I made, lock it down nice and tight, and notice that I'm going outside of the gin pole, not inside of the gin pole. If you go inside, then you can't get it loose once you finish the job. So now I'll haul down on this, and now the jib halyard, for a short period anyway, will be holding this up, and I can disconnect the winch strap and then connect the head stay to the forestay extender. Here we go. I'm going to sweat this line. I do that by reaching across here, and I pull my halyard away from the mast, and as I ease it, I pull with the opposite hand. Okay, and now I'm going to wrap that 360 degrees around the cleat and then crisscross and tie a cleat knot. Okay, and that will hold it, but I really want to make sure it's going to hold it. So since I've got this excess here, I'm going to go under that cleat, back to that same line, and then I'm going to sweat this line. And I can cleat that back on one of these cleats. Doesn't really matter which one, like that. We should have a lot of tension now holding the mast up, and I can release the winch strap. I'm going to do that now. So I have to turn it clockwise slightly, pull the trigger up, release. Now there is no tension at all on the head stay. The mast is being held up by the jib halyard and this line that is attached to the bow handle. Let's pull this loose, put it back on the front of the boat, on the bow handle. Tighten that back down. And now we can release the gin poles. So I'll pull this loose and this loose. Our gin pole is still attached to the head stay, so we have to pull this loose. That's that same ring ding and clevis pin. Now I can move the gin pole out of the way. So this is the head stay. That's going to connect to this assembly, which is what they call the forestay extender or extension. And you can see that it's got 2 stainless steel plates on the end of it. I want this fork to mate with that, and the ideal spot on this particular boat is on that 3rd set of rings. So I'm going to try to put this pin, the clevis pin, into those 3rd holes on both of those plates after I get the fork over it. So here we go. Let's see if that'll work. So I've got the clevis pin going in now to the fork, and now I'm going to put the ring ding. I use that interior tang. I'm going to put it into the hole and then turn it, and when it makes that little snapping noise, I know that I've effectively married that. So now I can take the tension off of the jib halyard, and the mast will be held up by the head stay and the shroud lines.